Hello and welcome to One Take episode 58. Yay. So, I took a test today. It was a military aptitude test. Every sophomore at my school had to take it. And it wasn't so much an aptitude test as an, how do you feel about this on this on this? It was more like, answer these problems, and if you're good, you can do anything. And I was just thinking, I know most of this stuff, and I'm just guessing on the math. I don't know what a cam is, but I'll assume it looks like a gear. I gave no craps about that test. Specifically, I gave no craps about that test by the third hour, which came depressingly slowly. So instead what I did was I wrote things. I wrote, like they give you a scrap piece of paper, and I wrote on it. Mostly in the hopes of dulling my boredom, and also in the hopes that someone someday would be like, well, this child needs my help. I will go to this George Wythe High School, and I will write a letter. I will write a letter, and I will give it to him, and I will say, to Andy Dinga. However you spell that name. However you say that name that he has spelled here. It looks like he used some sort of Arabic numerals or something. Which, by the way, Arabic numerals is code for the numbers that we use today. Which, that's not what this video is about. I don't think so. Anyway, so I read the letter and I was like, just kind of explaining kind of like my situation. Not like my crazy situation, just my mental things. And I was just like, and I realized during that test just how disturbing life is. Like, I don't mean like, oh, look at that thing with the stuff and the frilly pink anaconda. I meant something more specific, like I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, like, the connections. Like, I was talking with my friend earlier last week. I think it was last week. And I said, half of all the people in here will have sex with someone you know. And then she's like, okay. And then I say, that's freaky. Why? Because think of all those connections. That's connections. It's a giant web of connecty things. And she's like, oh, I thought you were concerned because of the physical aspect. I was like, no, the physical aspect I couldn't care less where people decide to stick their things. I was gonna make a disgusting analogy about like wet, slimy things, but I was like, that only applies to one. Sometimes. I don't know. Don't question me. I'm an adult. I'm 15 years old. I'm a grown-ass man. What was I saying? I am a man of growing proportions. Where was I? And this is a problem I've had throughout my life where I've been like, like, I don't know if this is a problem specific to me or if it's just that no one else really ever thinks about this, but I dare you to just think of a person you know kind of well, person that, I don't know, you're friends with. Try to imagine their life. try to imagine them having similar experiences to you, having their mind molded in the same way yours is, and just think about how different they would be. Just, it freaks me out, is the thing here. That's what I'm really trying to get here, is that I am freaked the heck out by all this just information. Life is information. Life is... I don't think anyone has it right. You know, disregard females, acquire currency? That's not right. That's trying to obtain wealth for no reason. Disregard currency, acquire females. That's just as stupid. You're not actually seeking any true companionship. You're just seeking that sexual satisfaction. But then I think it should be disregard money, acquire singular female who you love. And I think that would really work well. Because, you know, it's not all about the money. It's not all about who has the most stuff. I was going to say sex, but that works too. Stuff. By the way, this video is going to have a disclaimer down at the bottom saying that... Here, let me put on my glasses because my eyes are tired and they don't want to do things. This video is going to have a disclaimer that's going to say that it has weird words in it and naughty words. Words that you really... Basically, words you should not be watching in a public place. Like how my song Sunday referenced pedophilia. 'Twas classy, 'twasn't it? What was I? Alright. And I really think that most people, for one thing, they don't know what to do with their life. I don't know what to do with my life. Some people have it figured out. That's great for them, but for everyone else, there's no way of knowing what you're supposed to do with your life until you've actually tried and tried to do it. Specifically tried and failed at every other thing. Or is that you hate math? By the way, I love math. I love math theory. I hate math practice. Like the actual doing of math makes me want to cut myself with a rusty spoon. I hate actual math, but I love the process that math takes. I love that math can explain almost everything in our lives. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. So you're not good at math? Great, try science. Not good at science? Whatever, man, try drawing. Not good at drawing? Write a script. Not good at writing a script? That's okay. They'll take it anyway, trust me. Anyway. I'm really hoping Psy makes a lot more songs and albums and whatnot. I don't know. Anyway, so another thing I wanted to talk about, I'm assuming that I was done with that last part or whatever. I wanted to talk about how we don't really have perspective in our lives. Like we don't try to see things from an outside point of view, you know? Like, oh, like every day I go through this process where I'm like, I'm 15 years old, I am in high school, and almost nothing I do here is going to actually truly matter. And then I think, well, I'm doing it anyway. Not out of ignorance, not out of just... Not like, oh, I don't care about any of this, why should I? But until I have the ability to live on my own, legally, I fully intend to just get by. I don't mean get by as I'll make B's and C's all year. It's not like I try to get good grades. I do anyway. It's just from being a student at public school. It's not hard to do. Anyone who tells you otherwise just literally never did any work the entire year. I mean that honestly. But yeah, perspective. That's really... I've realized this. As soon as you become of the age to where you're able to get depressed, like, I'm not talking 10-year-olds being sad one day, just like, meh. I'm talking thinking about killing yourself age, like that kind of level. You gotta step back and get some perspective on it. You know, you can't just say, oh, my love is special because no one else has ever felt love the same way I have before. I'm 15 years old. I know everything that ever will be and ever will be that ever has been. And instead you should be like, alright, I'm 15 years old. I'll be honest, not completely sure what's going on with my body right now. Don't know what kind of chemicals are being released. And I'm going to say things that I won't believe in the future, and I'm going to feel things that I won't agree with. I might do some things that are going to reflect negatively on me if I actually go through with them. And you just got to step back and realize, you might think that you're an adult, and sometimes you might be, but I feel like an adult. Alright, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel very adult-like, mostly because I've been treated like an adult my entire life. Not by choice, but because everyone was like, oh, look at that bugger over there. He's like 18. I'm like, I'm 10. What the hell? And then people are like, yeah, whatever. So I was always assumed to be much older than I actually was. And I don't know, maybe I'll stay this appearance for the rest of my life, and I'll be thankful one day, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Anyway, this video is going to be as long as it's going to be. I really don't care at this point. It might be the super mega bonus episode. Where was I? And you know, you just got to find perspective. Like, you are not the only person going through problems. Your situation is unique. Don't get me wrong. But you're not alone in like the way that your situation is. I'm just checking the time here. I'm just checking my phone. I'm checking all of the things, okay? Yep, all the things have been checked. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I'm sure I was gonna say something. Alright, so honestly what I think you should do is, I dare you to type your situation, type your age, type the feeling that you think, and like type in another few random things and see how many search results come up just in Yahoo Answers for 15-year-old in love wanting to get married. That's disturbingly common. Alright? Life, you just gotta go with life. Most people don't understand that. They think, oh, I'm so awesome, I'm the best thing ever, when you just aren't. Like, you are a person, you bleed blood, alright? You can't be the epitome of awesome unless you know how to spell epitome. Even then, you're still not gonna be the awesomest. And it's just, people are always thinking, oh, I will fight the destiny that I have so that I can be with blah 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 blah. But that's just not how it goes. Just go with the flow. No one understands. Go with the flow. Be persistent, alright? Maybe go next to the flow sometimes. Like along the flow. But don't be like, nope, 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 nope. My shirt says Goonies never say die, by the way. My pants say Fruit of the Loom. Anyway. And now no one will take me seriously. Good job, Andy. But what I was trying to say is that just chill. Chill. Everyone just needs to chill in their life. It doesn't matter how old you are or when you're watching this video. It could be you're a 19-year-old watching this in 2048. I don't care. Well, I do care. Good on you, being however old I said, 19-year-old in 2048. I'm glad to know that people still exist then. It's nifty. Are there a lot of you? Why is the internet still around? Why are my videos being watched? Am I popular now? Aw, that'd be cool. 2048, I'm actually popular. Aw, yeah. Anyway, and it doesn't matter if you're 10 watching this in 2012, alright? It doesn't matter. The same rules always apply. Find perspective in your life and just go. Just be like, alright, well, I kind of want to go to college. Great. Well, what do you want to be? I don't know, something sciencey. Good for you. How are you going to do that? Gonna get good grades. Interesting. Then you just go from there. With the flow and above the flow is really how I think of it. Like, let's just go with the analogy that you're a fish. I know this is going to be the last thing that I say in the video because I'm tired. And this is entirely too long. But it's an important... Oh my god. Did you know that if you turn your head like this while wearing sunglasses, the screen darkens and you think that, like, popping your neck made you, like, lose a small percentage of eyesight for a while? Anyway, let's just go with the fish analogy for life. You are a fish going through a river with 7.5 billion other fish. What you need to do is, you go with the flow, regardless of what everyone else is doing. You just go, just however you want to. And maybe just every now and again, you hop up and you look around, you know? I'm not saying you hover like some sort of Jesus fish. Jesus fish, come on. I'm not saying you do that. I'm saying you leap up, you know, above the stream, and you just get a nice look around and you see all the other things around you and you really start to understand your position. Anyway, this was like really deep and thoughtful, and I thought it was cool. If you've been watching this far, I'm not wearing any pants. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like the video. If you want to comment on the video, comment on the video. If you want to subscribe to me and see videos daily, do so. Thank you, and a good night.